Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Kinera Celest IgniteX Beast. So quite a few names, very small packaging as you can see from the side of my hand, very affordable. It's meant to be a 1DD 1BA set, so let's see how that's compared to their kind of single DD models, which are I think pretty good for the price. And yet, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Linsol for sending this out to me, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, nor thoughts and opinions are my own, and let's just get straight into it. So that's all you get. Obviously you can see they try to keep the cost down for this kind of small packaging. Now this should be, so this is a Zyra, there's also another model. I think you can have it with a microphone, I'm not quite sure. Obviously I'll link, you can see this in the description. So 3.5, 1DD, 1BA. So I'm quite curious to see how they use the balanced armature. 16 ohm pin, it's 160 bit sensitivity and a 0.78 2 pin. So a bit of mythical information there. If you want to pause the screen, be my guest and have a read. And that's it. So they've managed to, bit of paper right there, they managed to squeeze it all in. Looks pretty cool. Ziploc bag. So tips and more tips, I'll have a look at them in a bit. See, very nice. I always like the styling of these ones. See what the cable's like in a bit. Design's very good. You can just about see through. I'm quite curious to see where the BA is. I think it's there. Try these out. So hopefully there's not too much like upper mid-range, lower treble area, which there might be, but again, I've not seen any graph. I've seen nothing, so all this will be fresh to me. So anyway, I'll see you in the next clip. So welcome to my review section of the Kinera Celest IgniteX Beast. So it's quite a name. So anyway, tips. So I've got two of them fitted. So it's these kind of ones, as you can see here. Normal kind of ball. Or it's these ones here. They're kind of slightly wider ball. That's what the tips it comes with. Just use whatever suits yourself. So cable is actually not too bad. Straight 3.5. It's not a thick cable, but I think because of that it's fairly flexible. But yeah, the cable's actually decent. The Y split chin slider is there. It's fairly loose if that matters to you, and obviously just onto the actual earphones themselves. Nice design. You can just see like in there, you can see like maybe the bore from the DD. Now these also have a balanced armature, so it's either there where my fingers points to, if it focuses, right there, or it must be in the nozzle, but you can't really, it's not too clear. Maybe that's a clear option, focuses. But yeah, hybrid, I think to 1DD, one balanced armature set. So pound sensitivity in this set, I found this set actually quite easy to power. Again, setups like this normally are fairly easy to power. Again, I think that might be the BA just there, but yeah, fairly easy to power, no problems. It didn't really seem fussy, but I mainly did my testing with my topping gear, the E30 L30 combo, which is pretty good really. Timbre on this set. Now, the BA to me seems like it's doing quite a lot of work, so it can sound a little bit artificial. Now the DD models of these, I think like the Abyss, and I think I did one before, is it the Wyvern? They sound a bit more natural because it's just a single DD, but it sounds okay. But then again, hybrids, you can't ever really match a DD most of the time anyway. So detail wise and like resolution, I think it's actually it was actually pretty good. I think because that DD's doing more, the balanced armature is doing more, of the same presentation for what I could tell. It's actually quite a detailed set, and in quite complex music it does a pretty good job. Obviously price limited, it's a bit okay really. Soundstage and imaging actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, quite a detailed set, like it sounds like it's further out. I think the BAs are quite good at doing that over DDs. So yeah, fit and comfort. That's a good shot, you can see all the way through there. Yeah, fit and comfort is actually pretty good. So it's kind of a larger shell. I think they've used this kind of shape before. It's kind of big, but actually I had no issue at all with the comfort and the fit, and they're very, very secure. Yeah, so they look big, even with this sticking out here, but actually I had no problems with it at all. So tuning, so these are a bit different to their single DD sets in this kind of price range. I'll put the graph up now so you can have a look. So as you can see, the BA is more prominent. So bass, these are not a bassy set. These can sound a bit thin. As you can see, elevates more towards the sub bass. So they do have bass, but it's not what I call a lot, and it can sound, because of that, it can sound a bit thin. I tried this with some electronic music, and it just doesn't have that kind of punch to the music. Whereas their single DD models seem to fare better in that case. Yeah, so not that much bass, slight bass, sub bass kind of elevation there, but that's it really. They're not really a bassy set. So mid range they can sound a touch thin. Personal opinion, I like a bit of bleed from the bass to give things more body, but this set is definitely more towards vocals and maybe kind of acoustic instruments. Sound very forward. Male vocals sound okay on the set, but they just sound a little thin, because obviously they don't have that warmth to the voice. But apart from that, it's actually okay. So as you can see, lower treble, it is elevated. So again, this is more of a vocal centric set in my opinion. Female vocals more than male vocals. Now again, quite good stage. The 8K is seems like it's resonance from the coupler. Pretty good stage, good detail sound. Sometimes it sounds a bit artificial, is one way of doing it. And sometimes there's something slightly too much for me in the treble region. I can't really place where. It's when people are singing, it needs slightly taming, I think, in that presence region. Just a little bit, just to make it that kind of a more, I wouldn't say smoother listen, just a bit more to my liking. I wouldn't say fatiguing, it just needs a slight refinement to the sound. But apart from that, not a bad set. I'm not ultimately keen on the whole overall kind of tuning, more like Harman style. It's not my, as you say in England, not our cup of tea. But again, I prefer the single DD sets. So it's not a bad set. Technically, it does perform very well, but it doesn't really suit what I like. So this is definitely more the Chinese market for the female poison, as they call it, in the upper mid-range, lower treble. It's more that kind of set really. Probably a bit less suited for the Western market, in my opinion. And yeah, so short and sweet. So what do I think? Now, I can't remember the price off heart from memory. I think it's maybe $30-ish kind of ballpark. Really good tips, as you can see. Good fit, good build. Easy enough to power. They look really, really good, as you can see. Really good if you, again, like more vocal-based music is probably the best way to describe it. Or more treble-based music. So electronic music is more, you want more towards the low end as well, where this doesn't really do that well, in my opinion. But they're not, again, it's not a bad set, but this don't suit really me at all. For my opinion, it needs a bit more mid-bass punch and a slightly lower, smoother presence region, just to take off that slight sharpness to the sound. But apart from that, pretty good for vocals. And yeah, again, Kinera does really good looking sets, and I think I probably ended there. So overall, not a bad set. Doesn't really suit my library or my preference really. I like more punch, more low end to the sound, and a slightly smoother treble. And I think that's it. So if you think I missed anything, please do let me know in the comments. Thanks so much and take care. And yeah, see you in the next video.